I met Jenna during my senior year of college. She was studying psychology, I was in business. She had this calm confidence, a way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room. We started dating after a class trip, and I was hooked. After college, we built a life together from scratch. First came the tiny apartment with mismatched furniture and late-night ramen dinners. Then came the stable jobs, the wedding, the mortgage, the dog, and eventually our son, Mason. We were never flashy, but we were solid. At least I thought we were. For the first decade, we were each other's person. She supported me through my MBA. I was there for her when she lost her mom. We celebrated wins and held each other through losses. That's what marriage was to me, being on the same team, no matter what. But somewhere along the way, I started feeling like I was cheering alone. It started slow. Jenna began working late more often. She said her office was pushing hard toward a new contract. I believed her. I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? We had 12 years under our belt. But then came the missed texts, the silent dinners, the way she angled her phone away or left the room to take calls. Her laughter changed too. It sounded forced at home, but effortless in texts. I wasn't paranoid, I was careful. I sat with my suspicions for weeks before doing anything. I told myself not to overthink it, not to be that guy, but the distance kept growing, and my gut kept twisting. One Thursday, she told me she had a company dinner. I offered to drive her, just a nice gesture. She declined, said she was going with coworkers, said not to wait up. That night, I did. At 1:30 a.m., I heard the keys jingle. She came in quietly, her heels in her hand. She didn't expect me to be awake. Her hair was messy, her perfume was different, and she smelled faintly of cologne I didn't own. She froze for just a second when she saw me, gave a weak smile. "You're still up?" "Yeah," I said. "Just couldn't sleep." She brushed it off, said the dinner went long. Didn't offer details, went straight to shower. I just sat there, staring at the blank TV screen, knowing something was broken. The next morning, I contacted a private investigator. It took 2 weeks, 2 painful, stomach-churning weeks, and then I had my answer. His name was Kevin, mid-30s, coworker, divorced. The photos were damning. Hotel meetups, them leaving together, his hand on her back. They were messages, too. Flirty, emotional. She called him her escape, said I'd never understand her like he did. I felt like someone had lit a fire inside my chest and then walked away. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I did something most people don't realize they can do. I filed a lawsuit. We lived in North Carolina, one of the few states where a person can sue a third party for interfering in their marriage. It's called alienation of affection and criminal conversation. It sounded old-fashioned, even dramatic, but I wasn't doing this for revenge. I was doing it for truth. I gathered everything, the photos, the texts, the receipts, and with the help of a lawyer, I filed the case against Kevin. When she found out, she exploded. She said I was humiliating her, making a circus out of a personal matter. I calmly reminded her that she brought a third person into our marriage, publicly and emotionally. This was just the consequence. The day we walked into court, everything felt surreal. She sat on the opposite side of the courtroom with Kevin, both visibly nervous. I took the stand, told the judge our story, our life, our son, the unraveling. I showed the timeline, the proof. I spoke without malice, just clarity. Her lawyer tried to argue that the marriage was already falling apart before Kevin came along, but the judge wasn't buying it. The evidence showed affection, intimacy, and partnership up until the affair started. The betrayal wasn't just physical. It was emotional, sustained, and calculated. After days of hearings, the court ruled in my favor. Kevin was ordered to pay $750,000 in damages. It wasn't about the money. Honestly, I would have paid anything to go back in time and stop it from happening. But it felt like justice. Like someone, somewhere, recognized the emotional destruction that comes with betrayal. Jenna and I divorced shortly after. I got full custody of my son. She moved out of state with Kevin, but that didn't last long. They broke up within months. I heard through mutual friends that he had done the same thing to someone else. As for me, I moved on. Not easily, but slowly. I went to therapy, focused on my son, took long drives just to feel the road beneath me. Rebuilt trust, not in others, but in myself, in my instincts. People say time heals all wounds. That's not quite true. But time gives you distance, and distance gives you clarity. Now I look back and feel strangely grateful. She showed me who she truly was. And the court, it gave me the closure I never thought I'd get. In court, Jenna watched me sit calmly as the verdict was delivered. The same church she once sang in, the same neighborhood we lived in, everything changed in that moment. Kevin looked down. I felt devastated, but vindicated. After the trial, life changed. I moved out of the house we shared, focused on rebuilding, and later started speaking about emotional recovery and resilience. I don't regret seeking justice. Not everyone understands these laws, but in states that still recognize them, they're a tool for someone left emotionally devastated to speak back in a system that normally ignores emotional harm.